Yay! Thank you so much for picking up the Quick Start Bundle. I love that you're taking action fast to grow your list. So, in this video, I'm just going to walk you through each of the components and give you some tips for how to best utilize each of the components. So, let's get started. First are the 3 tips for picking the best speakers. Now, you've heard me mention that picking the right speakers is absolutely critical to having a great event. The right speakers can make your event instead of break your event. We don't want to break your event. And this is where I see most hosts, especially first-time hosts, kind of drop the ball a little bit because they get shy about how to pick the right speakers. Now, the 3 criteria for having the best speakers are, first, they have to have excellent expertise. This just goes without saying. They got to be a great subject matter expert and give great value to your audience. Second, they have to have a fantastic following. Now, this means they have a strong email list, they have a good community, and they have people to actually bring to the table with you. And third, they need to be mindful marketers. Now, this is where you want to make sure you have people who have a list and know how to use it. You don't want to teach someone this whole online marketing strategy for your event, because that means they probably don't have a very engaged list. Hear me on this, right? If you pick the wrong speakers, it will absolutely affect your results. And I want you to have the best results possible. So I want you to be really mindful on that aspect. All right. Second document is the key summit components. Now, this is kind of an overview of all the things that you'll need. And there really are 4 kind of buckets of information that you want to look at. And don't let the tech stuff scare you. If you're not like a techie person or any of these kind of buckets, if you're not the expert in each one of these areas, and that's totally cool, you can hire people to help you with each of the areas. And you can actually take this sheet and it'll help you with parameters of who to hire to do what and help you with what to give them to ask them so you can understand how much it will cost you. So first bucket is tech. Now, all of these tech platforms you should already have in place. Or if you don't have something set up in place, like for example, a shopping cart or a way to take money online, it's a great time to go ahead and do it. All those tech pieces can help you across all aspects of your business, whether or not you ever even host a summit. So it's a great place to kind of get a baseline of where you're at. Next, even if you don't like numbers, which many people don't, you do want to do a budget and you want to account for the different things you'll be paying for, like those tech platforms. And then I also do recommend hiring a summit producer or a manager just to help you with the process because there's a lot going on. And if you can have someone on your team who's really in there with you, and especially if they know what they're doing, then they can help you save time, save energy, and save money ultimately, and get the best results possible, which is what we really want here. You don't want to do what I did and like do it on your own and learn the very hard way because that was expensive and frustrating. The third area is the copy to write. And so this is where a lot of people think that kind of underestimate what part this takes. If you think about not only the web pages, but the promo kit, which is what you're giving to the speakers in order to promote, you want to make sure those are written. And then also all the emails. So if you have a 10-day event, then between the event emails and all the ones before and after, it's about 15 to 20 messages. And that does take some time to write. That's where the timeline comes into effect to help you know when to write all of those things. And then finally, the web pages. Now, I've outlined the main web pages that you need. So you can actually just take that list if you're going to work with someone like a web designer, give it to the web designer, and then that way you can get an accurate estimate for what you're going to need to put together and how much it will cost you. And if you want to see all this in action, then you're on my email list now. And so I do send out a regular calendar events. I would suggest just signing up for a summit because then you'll kind of see how the process unfolds and the various pages and how they interplay and all those things. And it'll give you a good idea of what this process looks like in action. Next, we have the Ultimate Summit Checklist and the production schedule. And you can use these 2 in tandem because what they do is walk you through everything that's needed and they give you a timeline. And the biggest thing with the summit is there's just so much going on that you want to make sure you stay on top of it and you want to make sure you're kind of rolling things out when you need to so you don't end up getting in that total crunch at the last minute, which we often end up getting it anyway, but at least this way you'll know it's coming. It can help you also plan out just your time. Make sure you give yourself enough time and make sure that you're looking at your other commitments so that you can have enough time available in your schedule to do this properly. So here's the thing. I've seen a lot of bad events out there. And the reason I put the bundle together was because I want to make sure that you get the best results. Because a lot of times people don't produce the results they want, or they kind of create a bad event because they don't know any better. But now you've got some tools so you do know better. But if you wanted to get to the next level, then I've got a training just for you, and it's totally free, and it's going to teach you how to add thousands of subscribers to your email list, how to make real money hosting a virtual event, how to position yourself for maximum result, your event for maximum result, and position yourself as an expert in your industry. The best part, this thing is entirely free. So all you need to do is click on that button below that says Get your free training now. I want to make sure I got it right. Get your free training now. Click on that. It'll take you right over to the session, and boom, you'll learn more than you need to know at this moment about Summit. So take advantage of that and enjoy. Have a great one.